Good afternoon, everybody. Listening to Strictly Sports on Tuesday. Was it November 13th today?
Yeah, today's the 13th.
13th? Or is it the 12th?
No, it's the 13th.
The 13th? Okay, the 13th, 2018. I'm here, Dennis, your boy Dennis. You know me, everybody watching on Facebook Live. And this is my intern, Zach. A lot of things to talk about on today's show. The Giants winning last night versus the 49ers. Eli Manning leading an impressive game-winning drive to beat the 49ers to give the Giants their second win of the season to go to 2-7. I'm going to talk about that today. What else I'm going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the Jets that's wetting the bed versus the Bills. It was just a disgrace. Should Todd Bowles, should he still be the head coach for the Jets? Should he still be employed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. We're going to get into that. Some other NFL stuff around. We're going to go around the league, what we usually do every week. And also, I'm going to talk about Kyrie Irving at halftime. Talk about that mess. Talking about he can't lead the team. Like, but they need a veteran presence. Isn't that why he's there? Again, to that a little bit. Lakers on a 3-game winning streak. Are they back on track? But what I really want to start off on today's show, I might go crazy. I'm going to talk about Carmelo Anthony.
Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. Anybody who knows me personally, how I feel about Melo. I criticize him his whole career. I think he deserves it. It's been accurate. I've been criticizing him. He's been terrible. And now the Rockets, they're gonna get rid of him. And now I'm reading and hearing stuff that the 76ers are interested in bringing him in. Why? Why is he still? How's he getting chances? How's he getting a job? So why is he still getting a job?
Well, you think that's it? He should just pack up his things and get out of there?
He should pack up his things 10 years ago. He should pack up his things. Like, how many chances is we gonna give this guy? It's always someone else's fault.
Right.
It's always someone else's fault. I noticed that his whole career. When he was on the Knicks, it's always somebody else's fault. It's Raymond Felton's fault. It's Tyson Chandler's fault. It's D'Antoni's fault. It's Mike D'Antoni's fault. Everybody, someone else's fault except for his fault. It's never his fault.
So if he were to leave, where do you think he would go besides the Sixers?
I don't even know. I think the Sixers are making a big mistake.
I think the Trailblazers should
Yeah.
try something out with him.
And they're the second seed right now. They'll be out of the playoff picture if they sign Melo. It's just how he is. He's just a loser. You bring him on a team, he loses. He's a team wrecker. The team destroyer. He's bad luck.
Right. I read a crazy stat somewhere that while Melo was on court for the Rockets, they were scoring minus 93% or something. Crazy stat.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
He's not valuable.
But with him off the court, they were doing so much better.
Yeah, he's a team destroyer.
Yeah.
It's when you put him in on the you put him in the lineup, he's terrible. You just put him on the team, the team is just bad. The Rockets won over 65 games last season. They were the 1 seed. They were an offensive juggernaut. They lost Ariza, which I said was a mistake as soon as they did it. When they lost Trevor Ariza in free agency, I said that was a bad idea.
Right.
They lost Matamute, that was a bad idea. And it backfired. I saw it a mile away. And Melo just keeps getting chances. And I'm like, they got to stop giving this guy chances. He needs to be out of the league. He needs to. Everybody wants to be politically correct when it comes to Carmelo. I'm going to tell the truth about him. I've been telling the truth about him for years. A couple of things I have about Melo. One, I thought he was better than LeBron on draft. I thought he thought that he was better than LeBron on draft night, which is false. Which never was going to happen. And the little incident he had when he was on the Nuggets and he had that fight with Nate Robinson and Marty Collins when he sucker punched Marty Collins and ran away from Nate Robinson. I have no respect for that. I have none at all. And I've been criticizing him ever since. And he's been making me look right. He's been terrible on the Rockets. That team was 1 win away from going to the NBA Finals.
Listen, if the Rockets made the finals, that would have been an exciting game to watch, more so than I personally think more so than the Cavs and the Golden State.
Yeah, because they played so many times in a row.
Right.
You want to see somebody new. It would have been interesting to see, but we don't know. That would have been interesting. But that team was 1 win away from going to the finals. And they bring in Carmelo Anthony, and it's just a disaster.
He just ruins.
He just ruins teams. He reminds me of, I always say this, people don't want to believe me, he's like the NBA's version of Jay Cutler. The same body language. They never want to improve their game. They're not a leader. They don't lead teams. It's just bad vibe when you bring them in onto your team. No one wants them around, and it's just Jay Cutler and Carmelo Anthony. They're just the same to me. They both got drafted out of Denver. They both don't have any MVPs. They've never been to the championship at their sport. It's just the team gets better when they leave. They're very similar. They're very similar. That's who Carmelo Anthony reminds me of. And he keeps getting chances. If this was anyone else, they would have been getting destroyed. But if it's Melo, he gets a pass. He's the quote-unquote golden boy.
Right. Let's talk about Melo when he was on the Knicks for a little bit. Do you think he contributed as much as he should have? Or no?
No.
No.
I think he's over. No.
What areas do you think he was lacking?
Like, all right, I know he's a small forward.
Right, yeah.
But at least get some kind of assists. He doesn't get any assists. I'm not saying average 9 assists like he's a point guard. But the guy doesn't even average over 2 assists. He's not passing the ball, and he's inefficient. He's not passing the ball to nobody. He's not making no one better. He's not making no one better. If you don't make no one better and you don't play any defense, that's a bad combination.
And we saw the same pattern when he was drafted to the Rockets. He didn't change.
He never changed. He doesn't change at all. That's who he is. Just like Jay Cutler, never want to change. Melo doesn't want to change. He thought he was viewed himself as a starter. He's definitely not a starter anymore.
Anymore. I would argue he used to be a starter.
Yeah, you could say that. But he's not a starter anymore,
right.
and his fans brainwash him. They think they gas his head up and think he's still a starter. And Melo's never his fault. He's always a victim. Always victim.
Always he. I don't think he ever came out and said, you know what, it was my fault. I'm sorry. I never heard that from him.
Never. He's not a leader. He never says, "Oh, I take responsibility for the loss." Never.
Right.
That's why
great leaders do that. Great leaders are like, all right, you know what? Listen, I could have played better. It's my fault. I'm sorry. He's always pointing the finger to somebody else.
He's a headache he's a toothache that can't go away.
Right.
He's pointing fingers. This guy's fault. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's a guy across the street. It's his fault. It's never Carmelo Anthony's fault, and I'm sick of it. That's why I'm gonna continue to destroy him. I'm gonna continue to criticize him until people finally get the message. Right. So he needs to get through. It needs to be said, and I'm tired of it. No MVPs. His whole career, never been first team All NBA his whole career. He's been in the NBA for this is 16 seasons. He's never made first team All NBA.
He was in the draft with LeBron, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's why. It's just man, it's just something else with this guy. And the Sixers are gonna sign him. They're gonna sign him. They're gonna pick him up, and they're making a big mistake because Joel Embiid is a superstar. And
yeah. Joel Embiid is playing amazing.
He's been playing amazing, yeah.
And I think Carmelo will ruin the team's chemistry. Like crazy.
Yep.
And we're gonna see a different player. We're gonna see completely not the same Joel Embiid we've been seeing so far. We're gonna see a ball deprived Joel Embiid.
It's a big mistake that what the Sixers are doing. If this is true, if they're gonna really sign Melo, it's a mistake. I don't want to sign this guy. This guy's a team wrecker. He destroys teams. That's what he is.
He shouldn't even have went to the Rockets in the first place.
He shouldn't. The reason why he went to the Rockets is because Chris Paul vouched for him. That's his boy.
Right. No. Yeah. Chris and Carmelo have great chemistry going on, but frankly, it doesn't matter if you're not going to play properly. You know, you could be the best of friends, but if you suck, you suck.
I would never bring like my friend to the team because now the Rockets gonna get rid of him. Now it's gonna be awkward when you see CP3 and Melo meet is with each other in person. Like it's gonna be awkward.
Right. There's always gonna be like, come on, I gave you that chance and you screwed it up.
Yeah. It's gonna be awkward when you see when Melo and CP3 see each other. You don't want that to happen. And now. I don't know where Melo's going to go. He doesn't deserve to be in the NBA. He should go play in the G League or somewhere or play in another country.
Yeah, he should go overseas.
Play overseas. A lot of people have done it.
A lot of people have done it.
He should be another person on the list that should do it. I don't want him on. I'm glad the Lakers not interested in him. I don't want him on the Lakers. I don't want him playing with LeBron ever. I don't want him to be on the same team with him.
No. I can't see that happening.
I can't see that happening. It makes no sense.
I think LeBron would have something to say before that would happen.
Yeah. He's his friend, but he doesn't want him on his team.
Right.
It's a difference. It's a difference. He doesn't want him on his team at all. And Melo's been getting a pass for too long. I always joke around and say, oh, he gets more passes than he makes because he doesn't pass the ball. So I always say that, but he doesn't pass the ball, and he gets a pass from everybody. It's never his fault. Never his fault. And
I think if he changed his views, like not become a ball hog, rather become a ball passer. Like if he's a key passer, that would be a great position for him. Like like stop taking those shots. You're missing anyways. You're old. That's it. Just pass the ball. Use your skill to get the ball and give it to somebody else.
Never, because his fans think that's not how basketball is played. You always got to take the last shot. You always got to chuck the ball and shoot it. That's not how you play basketball. It's a team sport. If the person is open, you have to pass it to them.
Right.
That's how basketball is played.
Exactly.
People think you're supposed to chuck the ball up with 3 guys on you. That's not how you play basketball.
Maybe that's how Melo plays basketball.
And that's why he's a loser.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's a loser, and he's gonna always be a loser. That's how I'm gonna look at him. I'm always gonna remember Melo. Last thing on this topic, I'm always gonna remember Melo as a guy that destroyed teams. That's how I'm gonna look at him. I'm always good. He's gonna be the guy that destroyed teams.
I think it's safe to say that will be written down in the history books when looking back at Melo.
A guy that ruins teams. That's how I'm gonna look at him. He's a team destroyer, team wrecker. That's how I'm gonna look at him. Always. That's how I'm gonna remember his career. I'm gonna get into this a little bit more next week. I'm trying to get all the topics in as possible. So I want to talk about Kyrie Irving and the Celtics mess. And Kyrie Irving's talking about, the Celtics need a veteran presence. They need a veteran guy. They need some kind of a leadership.
Wasn't Kyrie Irving vouching for that he wants to be the guy? He wants to be the guy. He doesn't want anyone else. He doesn't want to be under LeBron's shadow anymore. He wanted to be the guy.
Makes no sense. That's exactly why this makes no sense. He's supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, and now he's saying, "Oh, okay, I got the chance. I can't do it. I need another guy."
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. It really doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
And he has a great team.
He has a great team.
He has a great team. There should be no excuses.
They're in a free fall. The Celtics last season went to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7, almost made it to the finals without him. They were battling the Cavs. They were better than the Cavs. They're a better team. Oh, they were young. They were better. The Cavs didn't have nobody. Look at that team now. They won 1 game.
Cavs.
How did they go to the finals? Because they had the greatest player of all time, LeBron James. That's why. He's a GOAT. He's a real GOAT. The real number 23.
Yep.
He brought an awful team to the finals. And this is what people say, he stunts their growth. Why? The reason why they lose, he messes up for everybody else. When he's not in the game, they don't know what to do. All right, he's not on the team anymore, and they still don't know what to do. He's just better than everybody else, and I'm going to continue to say it.
Well, especially now, the Cavs have 0 leadership.
None.
Right
None.
And that's what they need to work on. They need to work on to draft a player that's going to be their leader.
He dragged this awful team to the finals. Awful team to the finals. Awful team to the finals. That didn't belong there. They did not belong there at all. They didn't belong in the finals. LeBron just dragged the awful team to the finals. That's why he's so great. I can't criticize him for any of the finals losses. Maybe you could criticize him for the Mavericks loss, but you can't criticize. He's dragging teams to the finals that don't belong. And he did it on numerous occasions.
Right.
No one could do more with less in NBA history than LeBron James. Nobody could do it. Nobody. Not even Jordan. Sorry. Yeah, Pippen for all 6 of those championships.
Pippen was great.
Pippen was great, and
Amazing.
He was amazing, but they don't care. They say it's Jordan. Jordan dragged the team. Jordan was great, but he didn't carry a team. There's a difference between being great and there's a difference between carrying a team. Jordan never carried nobody to no finals. Everybody had a role.
Right.
Rodman had a role. Horace Grant got the rebounds. Curry would make the 3 in the corner. Paxson would make the 3 in the corner. Pippen would ball handle. He'll shut down the other defender 94 feet. Jordan's job was just to score in the 4th quarter. He was great at that because he didn't have other things to do. That's what people misunderstand with when they're talking about, he's a closer. Yeah, he's a closer. He didn't have to do nothing else.
Well, he had a great team.
He had a great team.
He had an amazing team back.
Yeah, because they won when he went to go play baseball for the White Sox. They won 54 games without him, and they won a playoff series without him. Speaking of that, Jordan's never won a playoff series without Pippen. Think about that. He's never won a playoff series without Pippen. That's interesting.
I think Pippen really knows that it was him. it was him.
I would still say Jordan's the man, but Pippen needs to get some credit because Pippen was putting in work. Pippen was an MVP candidate when Jordan left to play baseball.
That's what I'm talking about.
That team in every category. Kevin Love is not leading no team in every category. I'm sorry, he's not going to be an MVP candidate. Just never. Never. I don't even care even if he's healthy, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. And yeah, people want a playoff series without Jordan, but Jordan never won a playoff series without him. Think about that.
Exactly.
LeBron's won plenty of playoff series without Kyrie, without Wade, without Bosh. He's played in the finals without Love. He played in the finals without all four of them at one point in his history. Once upon a time, he's played in the finals without all four of them on his team. Jordan has never played in the finals without Pippen, so they could take that to the bank. Those are two things I want to get into. Kyrie talking about he needs a leader. He wanted this, so now it's karma. Now he gets what he deserves. All right, now the Lakers. Lakers on a little 3-game winning streak. All right, I like what's going on with the team. Maybe they probably finally turned the corner, but they play the Blazers Wednesday night at home. I like the addition of Tyson Chandler coming to the team for a defensive presence. I always like Chandler. He's a champion. He's a great rim protector, and he's a leader on the court. He's vocal. He likes to point his teammates where to be on the floor on the defensive side of the ball. And I like that pickup. What do you think?
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what I was thinking. And also, I like to point out that he's a very hardworking, I would say hardworking player.
He is. I respect his work ethic. His work ethic is amazing. Chandler.
Right.
Chandler's not gonna have that. He's not gonna be scoring so easy inside when he's there. He's not. I like the addition.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work for it.
You have to work for it. And the Lakers, they need to get a scorer. They need to get another scorer. Maybe I hope they trade somebody like Bradley Beal.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, trade for somebody like Bradley Beal. And then you can put them in put the Lakers in business. Trade for somebody like Bradley Beal, and so you give another score, so you can be another threat on the court. I like Beal. He don't need the ball to be effective. LeBron can give him some open shots. He can knock down those threes.
Right.
He's a very talented player. That's the person who can play off the ball. LeBron has to have the ball in his hand to be effective. He can't play off the ball. It doesn't make any sense. He can't have ball handlers on a team that can't shoot. It just doesn't make any sense.
Right. What are you going to do once you get open? That's it.
Exactly. So I like if they could trade Bradley Beal, if the Wizards continue to stink and be awful. Hope by a trade deadline they just unload and say we're gonna start over and they trade Beal.
Well, the Wizards really only have one amazing player.
Who's that?
John Wall.
You think John Wall's amazing?
Well,
he has talent, but he hasn't really lifted his game in the NBA. But that's just me.
Right.
But he has talent though.
I think if John Wall was placed on a different team, we could really see him shine.
That's a good point. He's
suffering with the Wizards.
He's suffering with the Wizards.
He's been there a long time.
And it's just unfortunate. He's never been talked about as one of the top point guards in the league. He hasn't. So he's just never been viewed that way. So
I do still think he's an underrated player.
Wall?
Yeah.
I think he needs to shoot the ball better. That's his problem. He needs to shoot the ball better. He has never worked on his perimeter shot. He's fast as lightning.
Right.
Up the court. Really fast with the ball in his hand. Just like guys like Rose and Westbrook.
Yes.
Because they all play for John Calipari. He's fast as lightning. He can just get there on 4 dribbles and it's a layup. John Wall's fast. I'll give him that one. John Wall is fast. And that I give it to him, but he needs to work on his perimeter shot. And he also gets you a couple of steals.
Right.
He's a talented player. It's just that he's been in the Wizards for a long time. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what's going on with Scott Brooks. I don't know if his job is in jeopardy, the head coach, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. We're gonna have to definitely see.
How long was Scott Brooks head coach for?
On the Wizards?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. He coached Oklahoma City until 2000 and
it must have been
2016, 15.
15?
I think because the thing is, Billy Donovan. This is his third year coaching the Thunder.
Right.
So this is the 2018-2019 season. All right. So the 2017-2018 season was there. 2016. So 2015. I think Scott Brooks was there until 2016. Mm-hmm.
That's,
So 2015.
that's when Durant left, right?
Yeah, that's when Durant went left,
Yeah.
and he went to Golden State.
Cupcake.
Yeah, that's what they call him. But he gets a pass for that because no one's criticizing. He got some criticism, but some people just forget about it and don't care.
Right. And most people criticize Boogie.
Yeah,
Going to the Golden State.
that he took the veterans minimum. That's desperation.
Right.
He was desperate. He took a guy of that kind of on that level with that kind of talent, took the veterans minimum. That's unbelievable. Guy with that kind of talent to the veterans minimum to go play for the play on the Warriors. It was unbelievable. But it's hard for him to come back because he's on an ACL injury. He's a big man, so it's gonna be hard for him to come back.
Right.
From.
It's always a shame when good players get ACL injuries because you're not so sure if they're gonna come back the same way they once played before.
Exactly. They don't be the same. They're not the same. So
in football, it's even worse.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Speaking of football, what am I gonna start? Should I start off with the Giants or the Jets?
I think let's start off with the Jets.
All right. Todd Bowles. Should he still be the head coach today? No. The answer is no.
No, never. No, get out. Get out right now. Get out right now. I don't care. Any of you diehard Jet fans, if you want to argue back by all means, but I will stand by this opinion. Get out now. You lost to the Bills 41 to, what was it, 17?
41 to 10.
41 to 10. 41 to 10. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Get out now.
Unbelievable. 41 to 10. They got smoked by the Bills at home.
And people are going to say, "Oh, it's not the coach's fault." No. It is the coach's fault.
They weren't. When your team is not prepared, you could struggle and you don't have no talent. But if the team is, if I'm watching a sport and the team is unprepared, I don't care what anyone says. That's always the coach's fault.
Exactly. That's 100% what I believe in. Because you have to know the team you're playing against that week. You got to know. Oh, okay. Oh, we're playing the Patriots. We're going to play this way. We're playing the Bills. We're going to play this way.
If your team is not prepared, that's always the coach's fault, in my opinion. Sorry. The team is not prepared. It's always the coach's fault. Anybody wants to call in on the show and debate this topic? Any Jets fans listen out there? 718-951-4444. You can call in. It's always the coach's fault if the team is unprepared.
Exactly.
It's always the coach's fault. Always. When the team is unprepared. Always the coach's fault. I'm sorry. And a lot of times under Todd Bowles, under his regime, the teams always look unprepared. Like earlier this season, they played the Jaguars in Jacksonville. The team looked unprepared. How's the team unprepared? You have a week to practice for these guys and prepare. The team is unprepared. They're not going to fire him in midseason because this is the bye week. They're not going to fire him, but they're going to fire him at the end of the season. I can't see him coming back.
No, I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming.
If he's going to stay in the NFL, he's definitely not coaching the Jets.
No, he's going to be somewhere else. He might go back to be a defensive coordinator. I mean, the first year they were 11-5, and they were 10-6, and they missed the playoffs, and they lost the last game in Buffalo to the Bills. But then that's 5-11, 5-11, and this season, what are they? 3-7.
3-7.
I tried to tell somebody, I was like, okay, if the Jets, I don't care how much they like Todd Bowles personally, they cannot go 4-12 again. Todd Bowles is not coming back. 4 straight years, we don't have more than 5 wins, and you're not gonna survive. You're not making the playoffs 4 years in a row, and your record's awful. You're not coming back.
Something has to change.
Something has to change. I think the general manager, Mike McCagnon, he's safe.
He's safe?
The only reason why I think he's safe is because he drafted to Sam Darnold. They feel like, they found that guy. They found the quarterback. They finally have a franchise quarterback. So he did his job.
Right, but we saw Darnold squirming playing against the Bills.
Yeah, Darnold didn't play the Bills.
The
Dolphins.
Yeah,
he did look awful. I mean, that's true. But I think they're gonna keep him, give him 1 year. All right, you got your guy, get some players, and next year you're going too.
Yeah, all right, I can see that happening.
I think that's gonna. So I think drafting Sam Darnold, I think that's quote unquote saved Mike McCagnon.
Right.
Todd Bowles,
out.
Unless they just run the table, which I don't think is gonna happen. He's gone. He is gone.
See you later.
See you later. Adios. Yeah. He's out of here. He's gone. So I can't see him coming back. That was just a disgrace. It was a disgrace.
Right.
Can't have that kind of performance. Come on now. That was awful. I don't know what that was. Now this is their bye week. They can't lose.
Yeah.
They're on their bye. They cannot lose at all. They're on their bye week. They can't lose.
I'm excited for the Packers Seahawks Thursday night.
The Packers Seahawks is going to be a good one on Thursday night.
I'm not really. We talked about this last week a little bit, but I'm not really a fan of Thursday night football.
Me either. I'm not.
That's a game I'm gonna be watching.
I hate Thursday night football. I think it should only be played on Thanksgiving. I think football should only be played on Sundays.
Exactly, Sunday and Mondays.
Monday's okay, but I'll deal with Mondays. But I'm mostly like a Sunday guy. But Thursday, no. Never. It doesn't make no sense.
Started it. It's ridiculous.
It's always his money. It's always about the money.
It's always the money.
Always the money. Any way the NFL can make an extra buck. Because another TV package they could sell. That's what it's about.
Right.
It's money. Okay.
Who do we? On Sunday the Giants are playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the games.
Yeah.
But they're playing the Buccaneers. That's a team that they should win. If the Giants want to try to make a little noise, beat the Buccaneers on Sunday. Don't show that this game is not fluke. Continue.
You still think the Giants could leapfrog their way, or no?
Yes. Yeah.
You really believe that the Giants are gonna win in their division?
I really believe that.
Wow.
This how you know what? Know why? Because they play the Buccaneers on Sunday,
right.
who's just in a free fall. They're throwing the towel.
Okay.
All right. The Eagles play at New Orleans on Sunday.
Right.
I don't think they're winning that game. And the Cowboys are playing the Falcons in Atlanta. I don't think they win that game.
You don't think the Cowboys are gonna?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Why? I think the
it's a toss up, but I think the Cowboys play out of desperation. The Falcons
they do play out of desperation. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
But the Falcons at home, too much weapons.
Way too many weapons.
Way too many weapons.
Way too many weapons.
The key for that game. Let's go around the league.
All right, yeah. Let's do that.
And then I'm gonna get to the Giants win last night after this.
All right, fine. Because I'm in shock that you really believe that the Giants are gonna win in their division. That's a crazy thing to say. But no, to be fair, I'll hear you out. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. You can disagree with me. That's fine. I think they're gonna win the division because I'm looking at it right. They're playing the Buccaneers.
Well, right now they're in last place in their division, right?
They're in last place.
Yeah, they need a leapfrog. That's the only way they could win in their division, right? Yeah.
The Eagles and Cowboys both have the same amount of losses. I think they're 2 games.
The Eagles and Cowboys?
Yeah, they both have 5 losses. They lose this weekend, both of them, they get 6 losses,
right.
Which they both can do on the road. Because I think the Cowboys are gonna lose to the Falcons on Sunday. The Giants just beat the Buccaneers. They're just 1 game behind those 2 teams. That's why I wanted the Cowboys. Last week I thought the Cowboys, if you're a Giants fan, you want the Cowboys to win Sunday night.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I said, right?
Yeah.
And then I said that, and then both teams, they both have the same amount of losses. Because you don't want if the Eagles win, there's going to be a hard climb because they won, and now you have them winning, so you got to worry about them. So let them both have the same amount of losses that Cowboys and Eagles and Giants just leapfrog both of them.
What about the Redskins?
The Redskins, their injuries, I think, is going to hurt them.
Really?
And I like the Redskins, but and the Buccaneers it was just awful on Sunday when they lost to the Redskins. The Redskins are 6-3. They're also the team that they're playing on Sunday is the Texans. They're also 6-3.
Right.
The Texans have won 6 in a row since they started off 0-3, and I said that the Texans were going to win the AFC South.
Right.
I said they were going to win the AFC South.
You did say that.
I said they're going to win the AFC South before the season started.
I do believe that also. I do think the Texans are going to win that because in their division they have the Jaguars that are 3-6. No, the Colts are 4-5, and the Titans are 5-4.
The Texans are the best team in that division when they're healthy.
Yeah.
When they're healthy, they're better than everybody else in that division, and it's going to prove it. They're going to with 7 in a row. I mean, it's going to be hard because they won 6 in a row and they're on the road, but I think they can go and if they beat the Redskins, the Giants have a chance. They'll be in the mix.
Right. Okay. All right.
They'll be in the mix.
And what are the Jets? The Jets aren't even going to come close.
No, the Jets are not going to the playoffs. The Jets are going to be 4-12 again, maybe 5-11. Ty Bowles is gone.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be same old Jets.
We're hoping for a different new Jets, but
nope.
same old Jets.
Same old Jets because, all right, you know you're in a division with the Patriots. You're in a division with the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
You're never going to win the division. You're never going to win the division. So you have the best hope. You always got to get the wild card. They're not getting a wild card, so they're not going to the playoffs.
They're not getting the wild card. Who do you think's going to get the wild card in the AFC East?
In the AFC East or just the AFC period?
No, East. In the East.
Nobody. The offense not getting all the Bills.
Right.
The Bills are atrocious. So only one team in the AFC East is going to win the division. That's the Patriots. The Patriots are going to the playoffs. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, the Patriots are going to win that division like they always do.
Right. And the Chiefs are going to win in their division. I think so.
Yeah, the Chargers are on the come up though. They're not, but not too far behind.
Right. No, they're 7-2.
The Chargers are creeping, and they play the Broncos on Sunday, which is shown in New York, so you can watch the game.
Right.
That's going to be a game. I'm going to be watching Eagles, Saints, and Broncos, Chargers at the same time.
Red Zone?
Oh, no, I don't have Red Zone, but it's going to be showed on CBS. The game is going to be shown in New York, so I can watch the full game, the Broncos, Chargers.
Got you.
So, yeah, that's the game that's shown in New York this week. So, I'm going to watch that. The Chargers are creeping right behind. And if they ever get Joey Bosa back, they could be scary.
Once they get... that's what I was saying. Once they get Joey back, that's it. I believe that they're going to be a real threat.
Yeah. You got Ingram and Bosa coming off the edge. It's going to be... I love football. It's going to be so interesting. It really is.
Football is really a great sport.
It really is a great sport. The Chargers are right behind the Chiefs. They're right behind them.
Right. They are. Also, no, not really. The Bears and Vikings.
Yeah, that's a good game. That game got flexed to Sunday night. It was a 1:00 game, but now see the Bears having a good season, right. So they put it in prime time. That's a good game. I think the Bears are going to win that one.
You do?
I think the Bears defense. I think they're going to get the Kirk Cousins, put pressure on him. I think
Cousins is good though.
Cousins is good.
I really respect Cousins as a player.
I do too. I think he's good. I think he gets too much grief.
Right.
Because he's good, and then when the big moment shines, he folds. But I think he's a good player. He always puts up numbers. He has a strong arm. I like Cousins. I like Kirk Cousins. I think the Bears gonna win that game. I'm gonna go around Titans Colts. That game is interesting now because the Colts actually look decent. Well, the Titans are 5-4. The Colts are 4-5.
Right.
If the Colts win this game, they could be in the mix in the playoff picture.
Really?
Yeah.
But then who would they have to beat after this game? They would have to. You're saying to leapfrog?
Who, the Colts?
Yeah.
Let's look at the standings. I'm just looking at their record, and they're 4-5 right now. So if they're 5-5, they're in the mix with a lot of teams in the AFC.
Right.
They're in the mix with a lot of teams in the AFC. So if they win this game, then they're gonna have people start kind of talking about them. So it's gonna be very interesting to see.
The Saints are also playing pretty well.
Oh, they look unstoppable.
Right.
I think Drew Brees probably gonna win an MVP in his first time in his career. They look scary. They look unstoppable. And the thing about the Saints is what they're doing, what they didn't do in the past, is they're playing really well on the road, and they have a running game now, which they didn't have with Ingram and Kamara. They look scary. They look scary. They really do.
They do look scary.
And the Eagles got their hands full. So that's why I think the Eagles are going to lose that game. It's in New Orleans. They have their hands full. Ever since the season opener when the Saints just got destroyed by the Buccaneers, they haven't lost a game. They won 8 straight. They look scary. They do. So now look at the right now I have on my screen the NFC East standings.
Yeah.
Okay, the Giants are 2-7. They can't get the wild card, so they have to get the division.
Right. Yeah, that's why I really don't think they'll be able to leapfrog. But you say so. So I'll be watching that.
2-7 right now.
Yeah.
See, the Cowboys and Eagles are both 4-5.
Yep.
That's why I wanted the Cowboys to win that game. So now you can just leapfrog both of them. You don't have to worry about the Cowboys ain't got to go through another team, the Eagles. You just leapfrog both of them. The Giants could win this game against the Buccaneers. It's winnable. The Buccaneers are dead last in pass defense. You could throw the ball on them. You can move the ball on them. And if Eli and Beckham can get that...
Eli's got to throw the ball, though.
If that connection like they did last night versus the 49ers, which looked great on that drive, if you can get that connection, they could throw the ball on this Buccaneers team.
Right, but if it's same old Eli, he's just going to be holding the ball and then get sacked. I don't want to watch a Giants game where Eli's getting sacked a million times. I really don't.
I don't want to watch it either. But it looked good last night.
And no, last night was amazing. Last night was, I would say, was an exception. I haven't seen the Giants play like that in a while.
Yeah, me either.
And they didn't even win by that much, by the way.
They didn't.
Which is scary, also.
It is scary. They didn't win by that much. I thought, I'm like, they don't lose to the 49ers, really? Oh, come on. So now they're 2-7. Leapfrog over both of those teams, and try to get a shot at the Redskins. Can you play? You still have to play these teams. So even leapfrog, because they still play them. They still have a game versus the Eagles. They still have a game versus the Cowboys, which was the last game of the season, and they play Redskins again.
Right.
So the Redskins and the Texans are 6-3. They both play each other. I'm not saying that automatically the Redskins are going to lose, but they could. And these two teams, I could definitely see them losing, the Cowboys and the Eagles. They're 4-6, Giants are 3-7. And then the Giants play the Eagles the week after. You can't tell me that they can't leapfrog these teams. I think they can. I really think they can.
It's a long shot.
It's a long shot. It's a small. It's a long shot. It is.
It is.
But beat the Buccaneers. If they don't beat the Buccaneers,
and I'll have a little more faith in that.
If they don't beat the Buccaneers, all this is irrelevant.
Exactly.
It's just a dream. It's a pipe dream. If they don't beat the Buccaneers on Sunday at home, who just look like they're throwing the towel, all this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, garbage. Throw it out the window.
Throw it out the window. But I really think the Giants can win the NFC East. I said at the beginning of the season, I'm gonna stick with it. They can get a divisional game at home in the first round. Just beat the Buccaneers. I think the other things are gonna happen. I think all those other teams are gonna lose Sunday.
Yeah.
Beat the Buccaneers, and then people will start to talk. Playoff talk. They'll have a little. You'll start hearing, oh no, you won't hear Loletta's name. You won't hear no number one pick or whatever. Blah blah blah. Beat the Buccaneers at home on Sunday, then we can talk.
Right.
Then we could talk. And if you want to talk to me, and everybody listening, you can call 718-951-4444 is the number for the show. Let me get into the other stuff on football, the games. All right. Steelers-Jaguars, Sunday. The Jaguars, who I think is the most overrated team in the league, I said at the beginning of the season. But when they play these two teams, when these two teams play each other, the Jaguars beat them bad in both, and they beat them bad in the regular season, and they went in Pittsburgh and beat them again. So when these two teams play each other, it's like a little feisty rivalry kind of. And maybe the Steelers want to end the Jaguars season. They have a chance to do that this Sunday by just beating them, going to Jacksonville and just stomping on them and beating the Jaguars to end their season.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. That's another good game.
Yeah.
A lot of good games this week. I like all the games. So the Steelers can go in there and end the Jaguars season, just like the Jaguars did to them last year.
Right.
Panthers-Lions. Panthers are rolling, even though they got blown out by the Steelers. Panthers are rolling. Lions. A lot of people question the Lions.
They're the last in their division, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe they are. I believe the Lions are last in the division. Yeah, they are. 3-6. Questioning the hire of Matt Patricia. Hiring Matt Patricia. I'm saying if you hire somebody in the Bill Belichick coaching staff, they're not going to be Bill Belichick. They don't succeed anywhere else.
No, yeah, we spoke about this a little bit last week also. Bill Belichick takes somebody that's not good at all, but good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he uses that little bit that they're good for Bill Belichick and makes them into a superstar. But then that's it. He'll take you, he'll make you a superstar, and then he'll spit you out onto the road, and you're nothing again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Basically, you're nobody. That's how he treats you.
Yeah. He makes you a superstar for him.
And then he gets rid of you.
And then gets rid of you. Onto the new nobody. That's going to be amazing.
Romeo Crennel, Matt Patricia, Charlie Weiss, Bill O'Brien.
How many more guys do we need to see go through this?
Eric Mangini. Right. Josh McDaniels. And none of them are Belichick.
None of them. And they were all Belichick's apprentice.
Yeah, they're all from him, his coaching tree, and none of them succeed anywhere else. None of them. And Matt Patricia, they're 3-6. Right. This is their season right here. If they don't win this game, they're not going to the playoffs. They're at home, and you know what? I actually think they're going to upset the Panthers.
Really?
They're at home. Matthew Stafford wings it. They move the ball. They score. Panthers have a defense, but on the road they're a little shaky. He
They
sort
do
of
look shaky on the road all the time.
the Panthers. So they gave up 52 points. I expect the Panthers to put up points. I don't think there's going to be any defense in this game. I think it's going to be high scoring. But I think the Lions are going to win.
It'll get them out of that slump that they're in.
Yeah, they're on a slump. I give you that one. They're in a slump. Another game, Bengals Ravens. A good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good game. These two teams play each other. The AFC North battle. They don't like each other.
Hate each other.
They hate each other. And Lamar Jackson might start on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, I think Flacco. I think he's battling an injury. So they said if he's not ready to go, they'll play Lamar Jackson.
Flacco, from what I'm seeing this year, is not what he used to be in previous years.
Let me tell you something about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, to me, he's not a regular season kind of player. He's a guy that plays better than players. In the regular season, he's pretty mediocre. Sometimes he looks pathetic.
Right.
He's hopeless in the regular season sometimes. But then sometimes he'll just wake up one day and just play real well.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that too.
Yeah, he'll just play real well. Like in the playoffs, he just wakes up and just plays really well. But in the regular season, he doesn't do anything pretty much.
Plays like a completely different person.
A completely different person. The offense sometimes look anemic, and now with the Ravens, their head coach John Harbaugh, at the end of the season, they might him and the ownership might come to a mutual agreement to part ways.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's probably time. Sometimes you just need a new scenery, new voice. I mean, you want a championship. It's not really like a firing, but it's come to a mutual agreement because he won a championship there. So it's not like he didn't do it. He delivered a championship to that franchise, and they probably just need a new voice now because they haven't been making the playoffs for a while. So, but the Ravens are still in the playoff mix. They're not like they're down and out. He's still a coach there. They're 4-5. They win this game versus the Bengals. They both have to be 5-5, so they can win this game.
Yeah, they'll both be 5-5. Yeah.
No AJ Green playing again this week, so the Ravens might win this game. That's a good game. Always good when they play each other. Who else? Okay, I'm gonna go to these games. Raiders Cardinals. I mean, these two teams don't have anything to play for. This game is a battle for the number one pick.
Right. Yeah.
Because these teams are not going anywhere. Obviously, the Cardinals, they're not gonna look for a quarterback because they drafted their one, Josh Rosen, so they have their guy. The Raiders, I don't think they're drafting a quarterback. I think John Gruden says he believes in Derek Carr, but we'll have to see who they pick. He'll probably gonna draft somebody like a pass rusher because they traded to Khalil Mack. John Gruden probably wants his own guys.
The Cardinals, I think they need to work on their defense.
You think so? Probably.
Yeah. I think so.
Yep.
I think it's the coach's fault also.
Yeah.
Who's the coach for the Cardinals?
Hold on. Steve Wilkes. He's new.
Yeah.
Did I plug something out? Hold on. Oh. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, Steve Wilkes is the head coach. He was from the Panthers. He's from the Panthers coaching tree. He's a first year coach. But I think they need to work on their offense. The offense is kind of anemic. I feel bad for Larry Fitzgerald though.
Yeah. I
really do. I feel bad for him because he's a future Hall of Famer and he's not making the playoffs and he's just getting old and he's part of basically a rebuilding process. And I mean, he's staying loyal to the Cardinals franchise. He said he'll never play for nobody else. He's been sticking to that. He's been he's out. He lives in the Phoenix area and he wants to be loyal to the franchise. But this game really has no storylines. Maybe to see who battles for the number one pick, because the Raiders look like they're tanking. I watched that Chargers Raiders game last week, and it looks like they don't want to win. They don't play. Look like they're going out there losing. They want a number one pick, and I think the Raiders are going to get the number one pick. I think they're going to get it. I think it's going to be them. I don't think they're winning another game this season. I think they're going to keep that one win they have. Make sure they have the worst record. You got to remember the NFL's no lottery. It's not like you need a lottery to be number one pick. You have the worst record, you guarantee
right.
Number one pick.
I could see the Raiders coming in last this season. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could see that happening.
And hopefully they use their number one pick to their advantage and not screw up. Nah, screw up. Maybe John Gruden's looking for his own guys, but that's the only thing I can look at in this game. It's just who's gonna get the number one pick. Because they traded away. They released Bruce Irvin. The Raiders. They're in rebuild mode. They're in rebuild mode.
Broncos, Chargers. We talked about a little bit about that. I think the Chargers are going to win. I think the Broncos head coach Vance Joseph is going to get fired.
Really?
Yeah,
You're going to see a lot of head coaches get fired this season.
Yeah, John Elway, the president of the team, he wanted. They were close to firing Vince Joseph last year.
I remember that. Actually.
They brought him in and gave him a chance. But John Elway's never had a quarterback since Peyton left. Since Peyton left the franchise, he couldn't find a quarterback. They signed Case Keenum this offseason from Minnesota. Case Keenum just showed you that was a bad move because he wasn't good anywhere else until he went to the Vikings. He was surrounded by good players and good coaching.
Right.
The Broncos, they're gonna fire Vance Joseph at the end of the season, so they're going in the wrong direction. The Chargers, who's red hot, going in the right direction, like we said earlier in the show.
Yeah.
If the Chargers can ever get Joey Bosa back, they're gonna be scary. They're gonna be a team to be reckoned with in the AFC.
Right. I agree with you on that. Once Joey comes back to the Chargers, that's it.
That's it. If he comes back healthy, it's a wrap.
Yep.
They're gonna be a team to be reckoned with.
Yep. I even think they'll give the Patriots a run for their money.
They probably could. I think the Patriots are gonna beat them. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready to beat the Pats. I don't think any team. Well, the team that could probably really give them fits. No, it gotta be a team that was a really good defensive team. Like a team to beat the Patriots, you have to have a legit pass rush.
Right. Especially that comes into play in the fourth quarter.
Yes, fourth quarter pass rush. Pass rush up the middle. Fourth quarter pass, A-gap pressure.
Right.
That's what got the Giants won those Super Bowls and they beat the Patriots. A-gap pressure up the middle. That's how you got to do it.
Yep.
If you have a team, I'm trying to see what team. None of those teams really have a lethal pass rush. If you have a lethal pass rush up the middle and a quarterback who could play smart in the fourth quarter, that's how you beat the Patriots. You're not gonna beat them running the ball. You're not gonna beat them
running the ball.
Explosiveness. You're not gonna beat them
You'll beat them running the ball.
You're gonna beat them blitzing. You can't blitz Brady. He's too smart.
Try to blitz Brady, forget about it.
Conventional pass rush. No blitzing. That's how you beat the Patriots.
They live for the fourth quarter.
They do. You got to have a legit pass rush to beat the Patriots. Fourth quarter pass rush. Looks like we have a call here. Let me take this call. You on the air? I don't know. Someone's trying to call the show, but
hello?
I don't know. I'll find out what's going on with the phones, but like was trying to get a caller, but I think this is probably the track meet. Teams going up and down, moving the ball on each other. It's gonna be a track meet. It's gonna be a track meet, and I think that the Saints are gonna win that game. I don't think the Eagles are going to win. I don't think they're going to win that game. That's going to be a good game. They look unstoppable right now. Alvin Kamara is unstoppable. You could line him up anywhere.
You could put him anywhere you want.
On the field.
Anywhere on the field.
Line him up. He's unbelievable.
There's a spot over there. Put him over there.
Put him over there.
Yeah.
He's on the quarterback. He's unstoppable. Like you cannot game plan for that guy.
Right.
He's a monster.
And he's always surprising. You don't know what he's going to do.
You don't know what he's going to do.
He's going to be on the all the way. Very interesting game.
Monday Night Football. Finally have some good games.
Monday night, yes. Prime time. I mean, Sunday night, really, but Monday night.
Yeah, Sunday night is really prime time, but Monday night usually don't have anything. This game is a dandy. This game is a big one. Chiefs Rams. It's gonna be played in Mexico City, not in LA.
Not in LA.
Not in LA.
The Rams playing out of LA are. Sometimes, it could be a hit or miss.
But they're playing in LA. Usually, the opposing team's fans that show up, but not theirs.
Right.
That's true. Like when the Packers played the Rams the other couple of weeks ago, it felt like a Packers home game. You felt like
it did feel like a Packers home game. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like you were in Lambeau Field.
Exactly. A lot of Green Bay.
A lot of Green Bay.
A lot of Green Bay.
But
no, this game, the Rams. I think the Rams are gonna win. I think so.
Yeah, I do. I think so too. I think they always find a way to just win. Like If they need a big stop at the end, they'll get it.
They'll get it.
If Gurley needs to go pick up this yard to end the game and get the first down, they'll win it. If they need a touchdown at the end of the game, they'll win it.
Whatever they need to do, they get it done.
They get it done, and I think the Rams are going to beat the Chiefs. But it's going to be a really good game.
I really admire their hustle.
Me too.
The Rams hustle.
It's gonna be a really good game. A lot of good games this week. A lot of good games. And I hope everybody enjoys watching them. Like I said, we'll get into the Giants a little bit. Giants last night, I ain't fully get into that. That was a good win by beat the 49ers.
It was a good win, but it was also a close game too. The Giants, they're playing amazing, but they gotta step up the pace. Like, we can't have those close wins all the time. We want to win by a lot.
Yeah, because they almost lost that game.
Exactly. Yeah, they almost lost.
The 49ers. From the start of the game, the Giants should just focus on go up by a 2-touchdown lead, go up like 14-0, and you can beat the Buccaneers.
Exactly.
You can move the ball on the Buccaneers. Play the defense like they did. But the Giants, the thing with the Buccaneers is that they still have weapons.
They do.
Deshaun Jackson, everybody knows, if you're a Giants fan, knows who Deshaun Jackson is. He had a punt return for a game winner when he was on the Eagles at MetLife Stadium a couple of years ago.
Yep.
You can't forget about that. He plays well at MetLife Stadium. Yeah. Deshaun Jackson, when he was on the Eagles, he had a punt return for a touchdown to beat the Giants.
That's more than well, I would say. That's
yeah,
phenomenal.
He's still fast at his age. They still have Mike Evans. They have O.J. Howard. They have weapons.
Mike Evans, yep.
So you can't, even though Mike Evans sometimes drops the ball, but
not enough for
Odell,
though.
Not enough for Odell. And Eli and Odell need to have that chemistry like they did last night.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Because they could move the ball on the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are last in the NFL in pass defense. So that means you could move the ball on them at will. Go up 17-3 or 17-6 or 20-10, and you're good.
Yep.
The Giants. I'm looking forward for the Giants' defense in this game. I'm looking forward to seeing them picking off Ryan Fitzpatrick, get an interception. He turned the ball over.
You really think so?
No. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But I'm saying I want it to happen. That's what they need to do because he's a turnover.
I want it to happen too. That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. Watch Fitzpatrick come in here and play a clean game.
Exactly.
The Giants have to win this game.
The Giants have to win this game, and I think it's the offense that's going to really shine on the Giants this game.
Yeah, me too. All right, so that's going to be it for today's show. Running out of time. Next show coming up is Radio Cupid. And that starts at 3. So for Zach, I'm Dennis. You listen to Strictly Sports. Remember, every Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll talk to you guys later. Everyone listening to WBCR.com and watch on Facebook Live. See ya.
That was a good one.
It was. Good job today, man.